what's up, everybody? How are y'all doing this morning? We thought we'd give you at least 24 hours to watch the movie.
Unlike
So,
Anthony.
unlike Anthony, yeah. No, actually, unlike Nicotina, he's going to do a non-spoiler review tonight.
I think he puts
Who's
it
going to
tomorrow.
watch a non? He's like, yeah, the people that are traveling.
I think he put it tomorrow.
No, it's tonight, Saturday night.
I could have swore it was the 27th.
No. I mean, unless he changed it, I think he's banking on those people who
12/27.
can't watch it for some reason. They're off.
He has it scheduled for the 27th.
The 27th at midnight. That's very smart.
Basically 28th for us.
But anyway, so we've seen the movie a couple times. I know everybody that was on our stream yesterday for the non-spoiler review, for the most part, like 90% of the people that came by had already seen the movie. There were a few that didn't, so we did try to keep it, or we did keep it spoiler free. So if you want, you can check out the non-spoiler review that we did yesterday on the channel in case you have not seen Wonder Woman 84, because today we're going to be image heavy. That's what took me a little bit longer to start, because I had to grab a lot of images and yeah, so we're gonna be going to sort of a deep dive into this movie. As much as we can, as much as our time will allow. So, but before I do, I want to give a shout out to all of my Patreons. I know that Dawson loves when I say Patreons, but if you're a patron of our Patreon page, then thank you so much. I did release a couple images a couple days ago of Optimus Prime, which is available for everyone to see, not just the members. So if you want to check that out, there was the still from the 1986 movie where Optimus like lunges into the air or thrusts himself into the air and shoots a lot of Decepticons. Well, there's one really iconic still, and I redrew that and I colored it in and everything. So if you want to check that out, go check my Patreon page. That is available in black and white as well as in color. So it's something really cool. Or something I was really proud of. So anyway, how are you doing this morning, Matt?
Just woke up.
All right.
So we're ready to go.
Well, let's get into some of these comments here. Rel McMillan, which is 5'2", says, Ryan, what's good? Fire. He said, I had to stop watching ACS last night. Yeah, because we did go into spoilers on HCS. He just couldn't take it anymore. So
with you four in there, there's no way it was.
Yeah, well, I was like, we got to talk about spoilers.
I don't know how Nicotina is going to do his non-spoiler, because he was like, dude, this is hard.
He and actually the thing, what was funny is Nicotina was the one that was having the most problems, like keeping his mouth shut. We had to hey, bro, you're going too far. But he did. So let's see. Bad Dan says, so Matt Jarbo brought up a good point. They made Wonder Woman a rapist. She had sex with a man possessing another man. It's not so much rape. And when a guy has someone like Gal Gadot raping them, that's not rape. That's something positive. That's something like, that's a gift. So she gifted the guy who, and the only thing that sucks about that is he met her later on in the movie, and he had no idea that he had seen her naked. So, yeah, so it's sort of a catch-22. Positive and negatives collide. You had a major paradox, and there you have it. So what's up, Dr. Fate? I'm in Mexico. Wow. All right. Well, enjoy yourself and stay safe in Mexico. Gillis says, I had to stop watching, but I watched last night. Oh, with Rel? Okay. Well, no, it's all good. But I'm glad that you came here and are watching our spoiler review, because we're, like I said, this is going to be image heavy. Good morning, older Fett, younger Fett. I'm the younger Fett. Okay. Looking forward to hearing this. Okay, yeah. I'm glad that you're here, Truth, man. It's always good to have you in the chat, man. Also, what's up? Man, it's a good morning. It's a good morning. That's what's up. Bad Dan says, yes, I did make your jaw drop. I bring home the truth, just like the truth. And yeah, I mean, would you have gotten upset? I wouldn't have gotten upset. I would have woken up out of that and said, "Hey, Gal Gadot, I can put that on my wall." So
you wouldn't know it'd be on your wall.
I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know, but it would be something subconscious. Anyway, but anyway, so yeah, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, which I know that you guys are awesome, so you already have. But I'm just gonna throw that ticker up just because it's there. We're gonna go back to let's see, correct. Was watching ACS but had to stop. Watched Wonder Woman 84 and late last night. Just finished my coffee now. Well, I'm glad that you're good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. That's just a state of mind. That has nothing to do with what Chris Pine's character did. So I mean, hey, in any case, I mean, unless it was Etta Candy, then it would have been like, no, that wasn't, no matter what your paradigm is, that's a no, that's a fail. But for Gal Gadot, for Wonder Woman, that's a win, no matter what. So anyway, let's jump into the film.
Is it in order, or am I just clicking?
It is in no order. But what I want to bring up is the first thing is a lot of the foreshadowing, which is like this image here. Bam, you got the cheetah shoes.
It's the only image you got for the foreshadowing.
Yes, that was the first image
because you got this loser with the tie. You can kind of see.
Okay,
it.
well we're not there yet.
We're talking about the foreshadowing.
Yes, I know.
It's got the cheetah print.
Yeah, he has a cheetah print. There's more cheetah print right here. If you look on the couch, there's I guess it's leopard / cheetah, whatever. I mean, the thing was, it was just kind of thrown everywhere. Yeah, every character in this movie had some.
Trevor had a leopard shirt.
Yeah, well, let's see. Minerva, she had it. Where is she at? She's in here somewhere. Man, like I said, this is image heavy, so I'm like traveling through here. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there it is. So she's got like a skunk kind of thing going on right there, for the coat. And then her skirt is the leopard print. She also is wearing it here. The same thing. She just changed her coat to the one with the spikes. But everything else that she's wearing is the same. And then also in their little office there was like a taxidermy type animal in the back. It was a cat.
Yeah, it was her office. Yeah, it was her.
Yeah, so that was in the movie as well. That's not a cheetah, but I mean, again, like, why is somebody going to put that in the background? They were just, that whole thing, the whole vibe of the film was like, kind of give off that cheetah kind of foreshadowing for her. But anyway, so let me jump into some of the comments here as we go. Let's see. Arkham Gaming says, I rewatched Wonder Woman 84 again and understood criticisms, but I feel that the Wonder Woman 84 is much better than the first one. That's why I give it a 10 out of 10. I love the story better than Wonder Woman 1918. Well, I mean, hey, that's definitely your opinion. I am on the antithesis. I feel the other way. I think that the other film was better, but this film is good. They're both good Wonder Woman films, and I'm glad that we have them. I'm glad that they're going to be added to our catalog of films that we have available to us to watch at any time. Because again, it's fun, and if you had a good time with it, then fantastic. If you didn't have a good time with it, well, there's other films out there. So let me see. Are you excited about Spider-Man 3? No, I've already seen Spider-Man 3. That debuted in theaters 10 years ago, something like that. Really long. I mean, it's I can't get excited for a film that's been released years back. You must be trolling Arkham. Wonder Woman 84 is objectively bad. But at least Patty seemed somewhat to get DC style, where Shazam, Aquaman, Birds of Prey flopped miserably. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I can agree with you about Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey didn't didn't nail anything. It nailed the coffin that don't touch that damn, don't touch that franchise again.
The movie wasn't even coming out until like they're like it's in theaters. I didn't even.
Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody cared. But Aquaman was fun, and Shazam was fun.
Yeah,
just like Wonder Woman 84 was also fun. Those were fun movies that are different or differ from the overall narrative that the Snyderverse is sort of like instilling, which is a little bit more of a serious tone. These are more lighthearted and things like that. So I can see, because those three had Jeff Johns' stamp on it, because he was very heavily Marvel influenced because of Kevin Feige, I can see that. And it's not that I can't enjoy Marvel movies. I can enjoy them. I just see them as less involving, as far as like less, they're not that deep in thought, which is what Wonder Woman is. It's just a popcorn flick. That's it. It's nothing more than just a popcorn flick. Let me see. Dr. Fate says, did you see Cyborg arrive? Yes, I did. Did he have a cape on? No, he did not. There was no cape. That was he had like what was it, like thrusters? So that's kind of what he had. He had thrusters that were propelling him or landing him down to the street level. See, Pedro Pascal was given much more of a character arc than I was expecting. He was great. He was great. I do believe that Kristen Wiig did a better performance. I think that her character was a little bit more compelling. So, and let's jump into this. The film was never going to be better than the first one. The first one had Zack Snyder working on the story. Well, I mean, and that's subjective. But yeah, so I mean, I agree that Jeff Johns, he's a good comic book writer, but as far as movie stories go, he doesn't he fails to get deep. He fails to get to have layers of his story. His layers are pretty surface. And so yeah, so I mean, and his name was all over this thing at the beginning. Yeah, Zach and Deborah jumped in and tried to help out Patty with her project, but they can only do so much. You can't. They weren't going to reinvent the wheel. So here we go. Jumping back into this. So where do we want to start off? So right here, we'll start off with this.
Where's here? Okay.
The imagine or the foot out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I swear, if somebody saw this, somebody would talk about it. This would be. Right. I mean, this isn't broad daylight. This isn't like Batman, where it's like, there's stories.
Yeah, she has bright colors, so you can't miss her.
Bright color. I mean, this is completely saturated. Bright colors running. And then after that, after she gets done kicking the car and it does like a 360, she runs right in front of it.
It was very comic booky.
Like what? Like, is this? It reminded me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a little bit, but in the daytime. Or kind of maybe like the Flash, like I don't know. It was just kind of weird. It was funny.
It reminded me of Flash a lot because she was just coming out of nowhere. Really fast.
I mean, not only that, but you had the little girls that were like stealing sunglasses, and in Patty's movie, no one except for like the guys that got thrown onto a police car and didn't die. No one really got in trouble for anything that they did. Like, I mean, the bride, she was caught. Like, she could have suffered, a massive injury or even death from, falling from that height. But the girls, they weren't caught. It would have been different if like Wonder Woman had like caught, reprimanded them, whatever. Just said, brought them back to the bride so they could apologize or something. I don't know. I mean, it was just like, who cares? These are just things that she's doing to help out or whatever. But what about the people that actually did something, malice or breaking the law or doing something that could cause harm to someone else? There was no repercussions. There was nothing of that sort in the movie. And one scene that I did have a problem with, we had a major issue with, was the heist, the jewel heist, or the antiquities heist. Didn't quite like that very much. but yeah, and this was one of the things that I was like, dude, there's no way that this would, that this would be a thing. I don't care if the guy's, afraid of going back to jail. He's not going to throw or put a little girl.
I can't go back. I'm going to throw someone
edge.
over. Put me back for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, I get he's unstable.
Sure. And I can understand that too. But I mean, I was just like, dude, come on. I mean, he had a gun. He could have held somebody at gunpoint to put a little girl over the balcony. Is just like, I don't know, man. It kind of pissed me off as a viewer. I was like, no, I don't like that at all. That was a bad choice by Patty. So, but that's just me.
I was surprised they went that far. Like they were going to do that.
Yeah.
Caught me off.
Yeah. So
and then the kid coming out of nowhere.
MCU is little emoji. And let's see, I'm joking. I felt, Gillis says, I felt it was a nice touch at the beginning and at the end, mid credit scene to link Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. Yeah, we'll talk about that. The bubblegumness of the opening was fun and had a throwback to the old TV show. No, I get that. It's just, I think that they were caught up in trying to recreate that they didn't think out certain things that could have been better. I mean, again, everything can always or has a room to become better, and if you're given a little bit more time, I mean, same thing, with the Star Wars sequel trilogy or whatever. If you give them more time, they probably could have come up with something better. But what we got is what we got. So we're talking about what we got. Let's see. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Joker? Good morning or good afternoon. This whole sequence was too cartoonish for me. Reminded me of the Flash '90s. Yeah, it was fun, but a bit corny. I can agree with Truth on that. It did feel like a cartoon more than just a live action film. Which again, I think that was just more because of John's. I don't know if that was really because of Patty, because Patty's a little bit more dark, gritty, whatever. As we'll see a little bit later on in the film. Do you like the evolution of the Chief character? I love her look. Did you? As far as the different looks that I liked some of them. I liked when she was wearing the black dress for the banquet. In the high heels. Her outfit before that, where she was wearing the what is that, like it was like a larger sort of oversized shirt. Pink shirt, and then she took off the dress, and then there was like she had leggings, and she pulled that down a little bit, and I think she wore a belt. I mean, that it was a nice progression. What I didn't like the coats that she had, which I showed earlier. Where's that ugly coat? Yeah, there. I didn't like that. That was yuck. It made her look old to me. It made her look like like almost grandma. And then the other coat that she wore was a little bit better.
Yeah, this one, I like that.
But the spikes I thought were kind of silly. I just, it was like, she just has spikes for like dangerous. So yeah, I did sort of like the evolution that she was going through. Personally, I liked how she got Wonder Woman's powers, but like accidental, because it wasn't something that she was really wishing for, but it was just something that kind of happened. So I liked her discovery of these things. I didn't like how they, we showed the guy. So here we go with Diana, kicking the drunk guy's butt, and that was somewhere in the city. And then, a couple days later or whatever, and that's her in the other outfit, the pink top and the ugly dress. And then here's her in her next outfit, and she's beating the crap out of this guy again, but it's her. Instead of Diana kicking his ass. And it's like, where is this guy? And is he always following her around? I mean, he's
always around.
he's always there. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I get it. But again, I really didn't need to see this guy again in particular. She didn't need to come and kick his ass. but hey, it is what it is, and that that's what happened. So, I did like the let's see, going through here, I did like the quantum leap thing, and that's what it reminds me of is it's Steve Trevor, but it's not Steve Trevor. It's only Steve Trevor inside of this guy, and that's why when Diana looks at Steve, we see Chris Pine just because that's what she sees, but he's not really there. And I thought that was a really cool way of incorporating that character into this film, because he's not really there. It's not really him. It's magic, and that's all it is. So it's the guy, he's dead and gone. Everything that had come back or whatever from him was maybe a figment of her imagination, like her projection of who he is, and then that's what that was. But yeah, it was cool. I liked it. What I didn't like, which I thought could have been better, was the actual stone itself. I didn't think that the stone needed to be what gave the wishes. I thought that this thing was probably worth more than just a stone, or a gem or something like that. I thought that this, like the wearer of this bracelet or something, would be endowed with the power of granting a wish or something like that. I thought that would have been a better way to go.
Did we ever find out what god wrote that, like, and made this?
I don't recall, because they really didn't touch on it that much.
Yeah.
They really didn't. It's almost as if they didn't care. But this artifact was actually pretty cool looking. I like it.
Yeah, it was.
I like it's different writing on the inside, different writing on the outside. It's got the gods writing on the inside, and then the what is that, Latin on the outside. So that was cool. And what did you think of the whole wish fulfillment theme of the movie in general?
It was cool, but I thought it was too easy to get out of.
Yeah. Like, I renounced my wish. And it's like, okay.
At the very end, everyone renounces their wish. Yeah, get out of here. Everyone's selfish. No one's doing that.
Yeah. Well, the only person that didn't renounce their wish was this guy right here. The kid. He did not renounce his wish ever.
Well, his wish was for his father's greatness.
But still, he didn't. He never renounced.
Yeah. Not everyone renounced their wish.
Yeah,
so the world should still be.
And then this guy who wasn't watching a TV, he was like, "Yeah, I wish we had nuclear weapons."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, are you watching as you're shooting, or was your TV in 1984? Yeah, you don't have access to a television. I don't know. I was like, wait a minute, that's not. You're in the middle of a war zone and you're watching TV. You're watching, not only that, you're watching this guy right, this dude right here. I mean, wait. Here it is.
Well, he's broadcasting on every TV.
He's broadcasting on every TV. But I don't know. I can't see a TV being in this room.
You never know.
You never know. But in the 1980s, like today, I could see that. Like I could see them having an old TV and using that for telecommunication or whatever. But in the 80s, I don't think so. Let's see. Let me jump back into some of these comments here. I have a question. I'm a Snyder fan. If you're a Snyder fan, that means that you definitely should like. No, it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean I like Snyder, but that doesn't mean that I have to like everything that Snyder does. There's a lot of things that I disagree with with Snyder, and that's fine. That's my opinion. It doesn't mean that because I like this, I must like this.
You're not a fan. Like, what? Come on.
That's not that's totally not a proper way of diagnosing something.
Yeah.
You have to have your own opinions. You have to have your own thesis, your own ideas that you hold to, that say, I like this and I don't like that. And it's perfectly fine that you don't like everything that Snyder does, and it's perfectly fine that you do like certain things that he does. I mean, he's a great storyteller, but is he flawless? No. And you sort of have to get out of that sort of paradigm if that's the way that you're thinking. So that not right if the movie is not good, I think, is to say Wonder Woman 84 is not a good one. It's a good movie. It's fun. Is it flawless? By no means. It's definitely flawed. But I mean, every movie has something.
I definitely feel like it contradicts the first film somehow. Because in the beginning on the Themyscira sequence, when she gets back, when she's about to throw the spear and they grab her, they talk to her about being a hero and that the world is like not ready for her yet.
Yeah, but that was never Hippolyta's plan to allow her to go to the world of man.
Yeah, but in the first movie, it was like, the world doesn't deserve you.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me, we need to prepare you for the world? Like, what? And then you have Artemis. Is that Artemis?
Her aunt?
Yeah.
No, that was not Artemis.
I don't know who that was. Artemis. Anyway, she was talking about her being a hero, and I was like, "What do you mean? Like, how do you know she's going to be a hero?"
No. I didn't like that. What I did like was Robin Wright's character stopping her from completing the games because she did in fact cheat. And I was like, they better stop her, and they did. And I like that. I thought that was cool. True says people are saying that the film had Richard Donner Superman vibes. I didn't get that at all. At the beginning, the first one was definitely an homage to Donner. She even said that. At the beginning, it reminded me sort of, but not completely, of Superman 3, when he was just sort of walking through Metropolis and things were going on, and he was kind of helping people out and whatever. They had the little penguins, on the street and all that. But yeah, so that kind of felt a little bit Richard Donner to me. And she is influenced by Richard. So, I mean, and I can see that. Plus she was going for an 80s vibe. And his films were based in the 80s. The Superman films were based in the 80s. So, I can definitely tell that, she probably did take a little bit of, artistic license from that. The heist is from the book. But the group robbed a stone called the Seer Ares. Oh, okay. But the movie simply did not bother using that, and that's fine. But I mean, the thing is that I don't. The biggest problem that I had with the heist was, number one, the guy throwing or putting the girl over the ledge, and then Warnerman throwing all four of them on top of a police car, at the end. I was like, damn. That's a little rough. I mean, even for thieves, whatever.
Broken for sure. With that kind of
something's definitely broken. So, but you liked, and this was also for Truth. This was also a little bit of a Superman vibe here.
Yeah.
Why do you say that, Matt?
Well, I mean, was it the Quest for Peace, or which one was it? I forgot.
What, part 2?
Was it part 2?
Where he was like, "Oh, I've been pumping iron."
When
he picked up the guy and
no pain, no gain.
Yeah, that was part 2.
Okay, well then, that reminded me of that because of I mean, it was different. She's a little bit more cocky than Clark was, but it kind of reminded me of that whole gym sequence where she's like picking up weights, no problem. Just like Clark is kind of, and then he just tosses it to the guy, but her, it's just,
and I totally understand the scene, but I don't understand why or how Barbara actually went there, because she doesn't, when she was dressed the other way, she doesn't seem like somebody who would go to the gym at all.
Yeah, no, she seems very unconfident.
Yeah, I would have seen, it would have been interesting to see her do this at home. I understand, with these guys in the background, the little muscle bound, curly haired guys, in the 80s wearing the, really high shorts. That's funny. But again, you throw away, something logical for something humorous. And it's funny at the time, but then when you think about it, you're like, wait a minute, that didn't quite make a lot of sense. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different, artistic directions that she took, and maybe they were right for the moment, but maybe not right for the story. I mean, let's see. Let's jump back over here. The heist. Jacob says, I thought it was weird that Wonder Woman has the ability to turn things invisible. It was, and I definitely, when I saw that, I knew what they were going to do, but I knew that there was going to be an invisible jet. Patty already said. But yeah, so I get that she's related to Zeus, and he made the whole island of Themyscira invisible. She did preface that she made a cup invisible, she lost it. But who taught her how to make this stuff invisible? If he's the one and he's dead, how did she learn this?
It was another thing just out of the blue. It's like,
by the way, I can do this.
What?
By the way, this is a power you never knew I had.
It's like, okay, then why aren't we using this shit again?
Yeah, it's like exactly. And you made a great point last night in that why didn't she make the fox, the flying fox, invisible?
Yeah, or Batfleck's when he's fighting parademons, invisible.
Yeah, why she could have made a lot of these invisible this thing for stealth. I mean, Batman's all about stealth. He could have totally used that. So
or make the freaking plane invisible. I mean, but I think it got wrecked. He crashed in BVS, but still, there's so many things he could have done.
Well, I mean, yeah,
he crashed.
But no, she couldn't have made that invisible because she didn't.
But again, this film it contradicts the whole thing. I feel like you were saying, I think on the ACS's thing, that like they were taking it into a different direction because they thought, I guess, Justice League wasn't going to work out.
Right. So the thing is that for Aquaman, Shazam, Wonder Woman 84, Jeff Johns had another direction that he was taking the whole universe. So there's been a shift of power twice. So it was Zack Snyder, Jeff Johns, Zack Snyder again. So this is released under Zack Snyder's regime. He's got the Stone Quarry emblem at the end, or logo at the end. He and Deborah, they produced this movie. They're producing, the same thing with the Batman. But I think the Batman is going to be less touched by this, or less affected by this than Wonder Woman 84, which is, I think, another reason why Patty and Gal got money settlement, basically, because they knew that fans were going to be upset with this thing. Some fans were going to like it. Some fans were going to, despise it because it contradicted things. It unsettles the community. And so they were just like, hey, we know we're not going to have a big theatrical release. Here's some money to compensate and go forward. So yeah, let's see. Kristen Wiig could have been a formidable villain. But sorry for her. She had to work with terrible script and plot by Jeff Johns. Yeah, I mean, she did great with what she had. Like I said, I think she did the best.
Yeah, I think all the characters nailed.
The only thing I didn't like was this at the end. Right here. So there she is. After all is said and done, I mean, the final fight was pretty cool. It was short though. It was very short.
Yeah, man, that's the only thing that sucks. I mean, she was cool, but I think she was very underutilized.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me jump back here. So let's talk about that real quick. So here we go. This was a cool shot.
Yeah,
I love the shot. I was like, oh, that's dope. I mean, Wonder Woman has the winged armor on, and yeah, she got the winged armor from 300. I you know what? I think that was a nod to Zach. I think it was. I'm just going to go with it and just say.
I wonder how the wings work. I mean, I get it's magic, but it reminded me very much of Hot Girl. Like it seemed very Hot Girl-esque.
So I dug it. I dug it. I thought that was a cool outfit. I mean, and that's something from the comic books. It's something that's also in that DCUO game that we played. So I mean, it's yeah. It's definitely armor that has been, in the Wonder Woman lore. Cheetah does look like she did way back in the day when I had this image up. It's the same thing. There's no difference. They're not doing any more passes. Huh?
I thought she looked good.
Yeah, I liked it. It was an interesting take on her. She jumped on there, and then I like this part here where she's like ripping the wings apart from the outfit.
Yeah.
And then I liked and then she is defeated. So
doesn't she have the same powers as Wonder Woman? So how the hell is Wonder Woman not affected by this,
So well, see, that was it. Okay, so the only problem that I had with from point A boop, to point B boop, is that it just kind of happened all of a sudden. It was like I just want to be like an apex predator.
I thought that was out of nowhere.
And then
I was like,
okay. She's an apex predator. She already had a wish. Yeah. She already got her wish. How did she get another wish? Because that was the whole that was one of the big problems that I had with Pedro Pascal's character, or just the script in general, is that it created rules and it broke its own rules when it came to the wish fulfillment. And also,
it went from one wish to you can have whatever you want now.
yeah. It's like, it's unlimited.
Yeah,
unlimited power. So yeah, he's blue like the genie. But yeah. So it was cool. It was cool. Let me jump back over here real quick and
but it can be better.
Yeah, that was funny.
I love the change in voice. It's like it's totally just a TV.
I'm assuming you heard, but Patty and Gal are doing a watch party of Wonder Woman 84 today. I'm sure we'll get better insight into their thinking. Well, yeah. I think. I mean, it would be definitely fun. I mean, just like when Zach has his watch parties. I mean, you get so much more in-depth analysis. But again, you're getting it from their perspective. You're also when you're listening to us and other people like us, you're getting the reception. We're going to get where they were coming from, but just because you understand where they're coming from, you also understand how is it being received. Their intent might not be what is what was delivered. Some of the most horrible things come from the best intentions. So let's see. The stunt looks bad. It's definitely it's not Zach's stunt team. The punch doesn't land good. It looks cartoonish. Yeah, I mean, they went with a different stunt team, of course. So yeah, I mean,
the wire work was much more.
Is that, Zach in these movies here, like even with Shazam and Aquaman and others, yeah, it just, you can't really have Zach as the standard and then compare everybody else to Zach's work because it's different. It's the same, but it's different.
There's a lot of praise for Snyder, I've been noticing.
I'm sorry?
There's a lot of praise for Snyder going around, I've been noticing.
Well, he's a good director.
He's a great director, but he's not a flawless director.
He's not flawless. There are no flawless directors. There are no flawless directors. Everybody has to sort of what is it? I can't say that here. Okay. So anyway, I can't say that here. So anyway, people are mistaking Richard Donner for Richard Lester, who directed Superman 2. The theatrical version. But what you have to understand is Richard Donner shot a lot of Superman 2. Richard Lester came in and shot the pickups, and he basically did what Joss Whedon did to Zack Snyder. But Lester did it a better way because his movie was more cohesive. Lester's movie made sense. Joss's movie made zero sense. And that's why it was so picked apart by everybody. There are some people who like it. And if you like Justice League or whatever that came out in 2017, good on you. I own it, but I don't think it's the definitive Justice League movie. I hope that what we're getting in March is going to be the definitive Justice League movie that everyone is going to come to love, even those people who didn't like Zack. Let's see. It looks like Lord of the Rings ripoff because the Dreamstone had enough history. Why use that? A stupid idea. Well, they probably used the Dreamstone because they were trying to figure out a way. How can we bring back Chris Pine? When you put that as the forefront, and you have to build a story around that, this is what you get. And like I said, it was still an enjoyable movie. He's talking the truth, but Donner's first movie was his cut. Superman 2 are actually serious and some awesome and some awesome while Lester preferred slapstick comedy. Well, yeah. I mean, Donner had some humor in it. He had humor in the first one as well. But again, yeah, they are different directors, and they had different interests. It makes more sense. So aside from looking cool for merchandise, the Golden Eagle armor really didn't have much of a purpose in the film. It didn't. It really didn't. It was just cool. It's just to sell action figures and to see Gal, like this thing behind us right here, to see her in a different outfit. So and to tie her in as well with Linda Carter. So I mean, I agree with you, but it's kind of like you got if you're upset with this, then you have to be upset with like the Batman Forever and the Batman and Robin, because you start off with a Batman costume and then you have the Batman costume at the end or whatever. Yeah, I mean that's just something that they do in a lot of these superhero movies. They have like a final boss kill armor, so
legendary armor. She came with Beskar.
Yeah, Beskar. Well, she was fighting against Mando.
Yeah.
I wonder why they replaced the mother box Easter egg shape on the mall floor with a yellow round. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I didn't know that was in there. I felt Gal Gadot really stepped up her game in this film. Yes, she did a great job acting. She had more range. Was she the best actor? No. I think Pedro and
they all did great. Like they were all just amazing. Like
she did better. She did better in this one than she's done in any other film.
She's got the character down by now.
She's got the character down. She's more comfortable, and when you're more comfortable, it kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. So, let's see. The Invisible Jet was amazingly cheese. But that's what Patty wanted. What happened to the Morphine Crystal, which is the coolest gadget Wonder Woman has? What the heck were they thinking? I don't know.
There's a watch party. We'll find out.
Yeah. You'll find out at a watch party. The effects backdrop with the horse scenes were noticeable. The horse scenes. You know what? I give that a pass. I liked the sequence. I thought it was cool. There were flaws with that as well.
But where the hell? Like, why is there a random slide?
I know. Why is there? Who built a slide? A slip and slide on Themyscira? It's like what?
No sense.
Also, the when the girls are running and some of them didn't make it. Some of the Amazonesians didn't make it. They jump off of that. The structure.
Yeah.
And they swim over to
the horses.
There's only enough horses for the ladies that arrived. So the other ladies that were straggling behind or didn't make it, where were their horses at? I was like, wait a minute. And the same thing with the bows that were kind of waiting. I was like, shouldn't there be more bows for the other ladies that could have made it that didn't make the race for the second leg?
I thought they were all going to be douches because like that one girl knocked one off. So I was like, okay, so someone's going to do something to Diana or something, but nothing happened.
No, nothing.
One and done knockoff.
She just got overconfident and got hit with a branch.
And I was thinking, like, man, Diana's really smart. Just running and then jumping instead of waiting on the stupid thing.
Yeah,
it's like no one else has thought of that. That's crazy.
Well, she is ahead of her time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. The few action scenes that were managed were to be unsatisfying. Well, the one scene that I liked was the chase scene. I thought that was cool in the car when she got outside and she was in the desert. The only thing I didn't like about that scene was the kids. Again, Patty is not doing really well with children. So when she grabbed a hold of the rocket, I was like, what? I was like, okay, she's a superhero. That's fine. That's cool. Then when she let go of the rocket and destroyed it, and she was going to go save these 2 children. Hold on, let me take the comment off.
Okay.
And then she goes down.
How far back is this comment? Oh God! There we go.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm slowing. I'm addressing comments as we go.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she slows down, or it's a slow speed shot. She grabs these kids. She rolls around on the ground with them. And look at her hands. They're not even holding the kids. I'm like, oh no. they're gonna fly out of her hands, man. But at this point in time, so from this shot to this shot, they changed from I think these were CG over to dummies. Like these were like little mannequins that were holding on to Gal as she's rolling, but then her arms are not touching the kids. I just wish that they would have done something different than this. If you're going to have the kids sort of like in the way, which to be honest with you, they shouldn't have been running in the street in the first place, you know, as this is going on. I mean, yeah, if you want to add that, okay.
You don't these armor tanks. You don't hear all the gunshots coming.
Yeah. I mean, they would have ran. And the explosion. No, I'm sorry. And the explosion. If the kids heard the explosion of this thing, they would have ran. Everybody would have ran inside. No, they're chasing a ball. They're chasing a ball, and the parents are over there on the side. They don't care. So again, things weren't thought through. You know, they should have been thought more, been a bit more fleshed out, well thought out.
Someone's going to come in saying like that's the norm for them. They're hearing gunshots and stuff. It's like, dude, it's right there. Like, yeah, it's literally right there. It's not off in the distance.
Let's see. Here we go. This is just me, but when everyone renounces their wish, I noticed that when Kristen Wiig, is on the ground, she's not Cheetah anymore. If she's not giving away her wish, wouldn't she stay as Cheetah? So, okay, there's a couple things with this scene here that I didn't like. And I'll go back. So, yeah, she did not renounce her wish. So she's on the ground. She's naked. She's Cheetah. She's got clothes on somehow that she wore earlier in the film, but somehow brought with her.
Well, no, she wore that to the facility.
Maybe. Well, did she go back and was she running on the island naked after she changed from the cheetah to her human form, go get her clothes on, and then come back and run to the sunset and sit down and cry about it? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing, but it's like I was like, wait, shouldn't she be naked? And that would have been a little bit, I mean, if you're that distraught, you're not going to go run. Yeah, I mean, it would have been better if she was like on the landing pad, sitting on, looking at the sun in the distance, sitting on the helicopter or by the helicopter. You can see, okay, yeah, she went and she got her clothes back on or whatever, and now she's, mourning the loss of whatever. But yeah, no, she did not renounce her wish. The little boy did not renounce his wish. And I'm sure there were a lot of people that did not renounce their wishes either. Yeah, no. So again, you build structure and you say that these are the rules, and then you break your own rules in your own movie. It's different if somebody came in and did Wonder Woman 3 and it was a different director and then they broke the rules. But no, you, the director of the movie that you're making.
Well, they said that they had to destroy the stone. So the guy, Pedro, renounced his wish of being the stone. So is that the same thing as breaking?
So then the stone should have been recreated. Well, it should have done sort of like Superman Returns and Richard Donner. It should have kind of reversed time back to when it was still in that jewelry shop in the store, and like right before the idiots came in and tried to rob the joint. But yeah, it should have all like reversed time and started from there. And the only person that knows what's going on is Gal.
Yeah, that would have been good, but nope.
No, we didn't get that. It would have been, and people, if that had happened, people would have been like, "You stole that from Richard Donner, thief!" Let's see. What was Superman for?
The gym
weightlifting scene?
Yeah.
He might have. Did he? I know that when in Superman 2, when there was the trucker, and he put the trucker on the bar, and he shoved him down, and he fell into the into the pinball machine, and everybody looked at him. He was like, "Oh, I've been lifting," you know.
That's what I was referring to.
That was part 2.
Yeah, that's not what I was referring to, though.
What were you referring to?
The gym scene when he was with that girl.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then you and Jacob. Okay, Jacob's right. I thought you were talking about the other one when they were asking, like, "Whoa, what's going on?" He was like, "Oh, I've been, lifting." Yeah. Okay. So, well, now that we're on the same page,
we've been on the same page.
Anyway.
All right, what'd you think of him?
Oh, Stag Enterprises or Stag Industries was awesome. It was great to see that was in the movie. I liked it. I thought, anytime that they sort of incorporate, different things like that, I do like it. Little Easter eggs.
Sure, we'd see something about a metamorpho or a beta to metamorpho or something in the movie.
It would have been interesting to see that, like, he had goings on, or he had dealings with different type of
the whole oil thing. So and he comes up with something to like better fit to work in the oil industry because of explosions and stuff to adapt.
Yeah.
So I thought we would have saw something, but
nope. so another thing that I didn't like, and this is like, how did Wonder Woman know where Max is at in the end of the Wonder Woman movie? Where did you're talking about, like, how did she know about how did he know about the facility? You'll find that out on Patty and Gal's watch party. That's an interesting question. Again, for me, that would probably be another little plot hole. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why she didn't know where he is.
We didn't really grab everything. So it's kind of our first take.
No, but that's a good question. That's a good question. Because I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. Another thing I didn't like at the end of the movie was that not only was there was no justice done for Barbara, as far as, like, all she did was lose her power. I mean, really, what did she do? She beat the crap out of some guy for being drunk and obnoxious. And then what else did she do? She beat up under Wonder Woman. What else did she do? That was really it. So there wasn't really much that her character did. She wasn't really a villain.
Crazy.
She was just like another character that
she was just being greedy.
She was just greedy. But Max Lord actually was a villain, and he did a lot of bad things, and his punishment was
greedy.
his punishment was that he gets to be with his son. But that's not a punishment, and everything is still in disarray, and the kid was hiding in the forest or in the green somewhere, or whatever,
in the prairie. Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek. And I don't know. I mean, so he's not behind bars. Everything's cool. It's all good.
Yeah, it's like nothing happened the next day.
There was of no consequence, So all that wish fulfillment, destroying the earth, erecting some large wall in where were they? In the Middle East somewhere. And then having it crumble but nothing happens to this guy. Nothing happens to this guy. I did not like that. I thought that was weak. He should have been behind bars. I mean, hell, they put Lex Luthor behind bars, and what did he do? Just create an abomination? Come on now. No, he did a lot more. Anyway, let's see. What was that? Okay.
What do you?
That was your friend. So.
Oh.
He is annoying me.
He hears me.
Yeah, he probably does. Anyway, so a lot of Superman homages, especially to Patty Loves Superman. Yeah, she does. I can agree with that. Let's jump through some of these comments here. Wonder Woman flying took out of me. What? Took out of it. Okay, Wonder Woman flying took me out of it. She didn't do it previous, nor did Linda Carter. I think her flying, which she can fly now, and it's kind of like it's interesting how they're going about doing this. Like, she can lasso the lightning, and she can use it to propel herself, or she can grab hold of the rocket. But and then when she was in the water, she flew out of the water. She didn't jump out of the water. She flew out of the water, landed gently when she had Cheetah and put her down. So I mean, she can fly, but I don't. It's not like a Superman fly. It's kind of weird. But she was flying like Superman because she had the whole like I'm gonna cup this under here and put this out, and do
like get her arms up like how he did in Man of Steel. It was
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of out there. I don't know. It was
again. I think this is just a totally.
She can fly in the comics. In the comics, she can fly in the animated movies as well.
It just didn't look like flight. It didn't look.
It looked weird. It looked like it was sort of a combination of things. Combination of floating, combination of gliding. I don't think she can fly like Superman. I think she can fly, but they haven't really worked it out.
I don't think you're ever going to see a sonic boom come out of her. No. She's flying. No. I don't think you'll ever see that.
it'll be the sonic queeve. So, let's see. Even though Gal making the jet invisible was nonsensical, it was a beautiful scene. I thought, I mean. This thing, you have to turn your brain off. This is not something that's a deep dive of a multi-layered film that you're going to go back and uncover a whole bunch of things. It's just a popcorn flick. That's all this thing is, man. That's all it is, dude. It's a good time. I like it. I'll buy it. I'll watch it again. But I'm not like, man, this thing was a masterpiece. So. Let's see. Speaking of Linda Carter, nice cameo, made credits. Yes, she did. So I'll bring that up real quick. So yes, she was in the at the end of the movie. This was the end credit sequence. It didn't have anything to do with anything that's going to happen later that we know of. Because we don't know if Gal and Patty are going to come back and do Wonder Woman 3. I don't know if Linda's going to do anything more with her character.
Doubtful.
It's doubtful. It's doubtful, but
not Wonder Woman 3. Wonder Woman 3 is probably going to be years down the line.
We'll see. We'll see if they get to it, because they both Patty and Gal both have a lot on their plates. So it's kind of hard to say that they're going to be able to do things, or they're not going to be able to do things, or whatever. Let's see. Kristen Wiig might be in Wonder Woman 3 if they make it. See, you're on the assumption that they're going to make it. I'm on the assumption that Patty's got 3 films or at least 2 films that she's going to film right now, the Cleopatra and the Rogue Squadron. And then Gal has an 8-picture deal being a spy for some other, I don't know if it's for Warner Brothers or somewhere else. And then also the Cleopatra movie. And then, so they don't really have a whole lot of time ahead on them. So that Cheetah shot was straight copied away from MCU. It could be. I don't know.
Talking about the Black Panther shot with the sun.
Oh, with that one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks. Let's see. Cats movie. I didn't watch it. Let's see. The whole video spoiler. Wait. The whole video is a spoiler review. Yeah. Let's see. I know Batdan. The Mayan book and the Egyptian wall are 2 locations that it lost to separated tribes. Oh, you're talking about the stone? Let's see. Superman 4. Yeah. Okay. So that was a while back. Hold on. He gave her someone else's sacrifice. I don't know about that, because we really don't. We don't get the
He definitely gave her another wish. He said it in the plane.
Yeah, he told her that.
She was talking about being an apex predator.
Yeah. Let's see. The whole Trump thing. People are going about it and see. It reminds me of Nathan Fillion. I'm looking past that. I don't care about the whole Trump thing. I don't give a shit about politics. If you like politics, you're not going to find that on my channel. Let's see. He's working out with the blonde-haired lady in Nuclear Man once. Oh, okay. Oh, right. What is her name? I forgot her name. It wasn't Brooke Shields. Crap, I can't remember. It's been too long. Problem is that some people are are like, if it's not Snyder, it's bad. And I agree. You can't just say, Jeff Johns is a snake. But you can't just say, hey, if it's not Zack Snyder, it's no good. And that's just simply not the case. So, I mean, other people, there are other directors out there. There are other narratives out there. Zack is a good director in his own right. But like we've said, he's not flawless. There are things that I'm sure he would go back and change, and that he has changed and made better for his Justice League movie that's coming out in a couple months. He's had time to add things that he didn't get to and fix things, refine things. If we'd gotten the movie in 2017, it wouldn't be the movie that we're getting in 2021. So people are people. They're not all knowledgeable, or unfallible. If you put another coin, you can get another wish. Let's see. Grace Randolph interviewed Snyder. He said there's something amazing. Wait. He said there's something amazing Wonder Woman scene in Snyder cut. Well, yeah, of course. He's not going to downplay his own, hey, do we have is there anything we can expect from the Snyder Justice League? No, there's nothing. No, that's Wonder Woman 84 is probably the best. I don't have anything.
Next question.
Next question. Sorry, I asked. So, nobody's gonna do that. That's not how. I mean, it's like when people ask anybody like Zach or like, hey, would you put such and such actor or actress in your movie? They're like, oh yeah, I definitely do that. It would be like, no, I would never hire this person. And it's like that's not how they do. It's like, oh yeah, they're a great actor, great talent. Just whatever. And I'm like, what a wasted question that was. I like both versions of Superman 2. I agree with you, Jake. I like both. I like Lester's and I like the Donner cut that we got, and that was cool. Let's see. Wonder Woman 84 was good. It was a good movie. First one was way better. I agree with you. I like the first one better. We did a watch party on the first one a couple weeks ago, and yeah, we enjoyed it. It was still good. Still holds up. The sonar bat suit Batman Forever had more purpose than the golden armor. God, that was so ridiculous. I'm not even gonna go into that, but yeah, I mean, it had a purpose. The other one didn't really have a purpose. She didn't lose her or her regular Wonder Woman armor didn't get damaged to where it's like, oh, what do I wear? Oh, I'll wear that thing that happens to be in the little room that we just talked about not too long ago with Chris Pine's character. Yeah. It was just kind of like, it was just convenient to kind of like, well, what's this thing that's wrapped up? Shh, tear it. She's like, don't tear it, ass.
For a later scene.
Yeah. That's not meant for you. Leave it alone. Let's see. Hold on. Are you doing a Soul live spoiler? Not really interested in watching that movie. I mean, it just doesn't look interesting to me. It's kind of like Coco. I didn't care about that one. Hold on one second.
Simple. The contest was designed that only the first 4 contestants get to advance. Get the hell out of here, Batman. I mean, if that were the case, I don't know. It just so that they were setting up for losers. I mean, it would make sense for like the Olympics or whatever, but like, okay, only these particular people will make it, but it would have made sense if there were like fewer horses, fewer bows. And I mean, that's all that was. It was just, and then fewer spears. That would have made more sense than if they were like planning on having fewer contestants win. Wonder Woman 84, his theory, like a lot of talking, but no particle action, and it's not a story, and it's in the same old story like Lord of the Rings, Aladdin, etc. And last, DC should stop Jeff Johns from writing a movie. Yeah, they need to get rid of him. This movie was way too comic booky for me. I didn't think it was that great. I think the movie was very emotional and even dark at times, and I loved it. But the tempo wasn't consecutive or intense like the first Wonder Woman. I agree. I still enjoy it though for its entirety. It's just certain things do bother me, like mainly the wire work for all the action scenes. That bothers me the most. Can we talk about that?
The wire work? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Do you have pictures?
The pictures of the wire work?
Do you have anything for action scenes?
No, because there wasn't really anything of note. I mean, you had the action sequence.
You want to freaking just tear down the mall scene?
The mall scene. Oh God, yeah, no, that was horrible. So the guy that like was flipping like 3 times in the air, that was ridiculous. The little girl getting booted over to the stuffed animal.
I was like, dude, where's your mother?
Yeah, I know.
Why are you out in the middle of the open? You know?
Yeah. So,
and then I felt like her knee slide was exaggerated like a lot. I could have swore like her knee slide used to be so simple, and you know, it looked like a normal thing. It just looked like when she came around the corner and got the guy and then caught him, you know.
Yeah.
It was just very flashy, very
right. I mean, I didn't like the first one she came up on. She like hit him through this structure, and then he was holding on to it, and it sort of like, you know, it was kind of like one of those circus or what do you call them, like Cirque du Soleil kind of guys. They have that ring, and their feet are down below, and he's just kind of swirling or whatever. I was like, no.
Even whenever Cheetah and her were fighting, they were doing the stupid thing where they were swinging back and forth. Or it was like episode 3, Anakin and Obi-Wan.
What it reminded me of is kind of like that movie Van Helsing, when the Frankenstein's monster is holding on to that chain or whatever, and he's like swinging.
Oh yeah.
And it just looks ridiculous. But yeah, no, I think that the action sequences were not as good as they could have been.
I think that's mainly because we're just using lasso. We're not using anything crazy.
Right. There's no shield. There's no sword. There's only the lasso and her wits and her tiara. You know, used it as a boomerang.
I love the tiara scene. I thought that was really cool. Her using that, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Really use her bracelets as much. She used it once on Cheetah, and Cheetah went through it, obviously, because she has her powers. But yeah, we never saw that again.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming like she controls how big the radius is when she hits it.
Well, I mean, you know, she can probably tap it, you know, or she can probably like really hit it. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's like vibranium.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know. Let's see. Where are we at?
I'll look for it. Shoot. Okay, we were lower.
Here we go. You got the gumdrop, not the gumdrop buttons. Like, what is he talking about? Goofball. Here we go. I thought it was good, but the mall scene, the mall scene, that's something that Nicotina and I both agree with. The mall scene was just no good. It was just too silly. It was too silly. Let's see. Warner Brothers needs to ban Jeff. I mean, he's no longer a part of anything they're doing. Let's see, on IMDb for upcoming projects. But see, IMDb is kind of like Wikipedia. You know, people just add shit. You know, I mean, that can be taken off.
I mean, you'll definitely see her in Justice League before Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah. Well, no crap. Justice League 2. Oh, okay.
That's what we're talking about.
The Lord's commercial. Hey, you use your words, buddy. The Lord's commercial actually reminded me of Total Recall commercial. Total Recall. Yeah. The Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Okay. That's I don't remember that one. I don't remember. I remember bits and pieces of that movie. Wonder Woman might have been okay, or just okay. At least it was better than last week's Discovery episode that broke the entire internet story with season 3. Okay. What are you doing, Matt?
What? Oh, what do you mean? What am I doing? Huh?
Yeah, I'm looking at you and you're just like, yeah.
I'm reading the chat.
I'm like, what are you doing? Oh yeah. I can't play off of you.
I'm reading the chat.
Let's see.
You want to talk about the reversal, or are you
Reversal? What reversal?
Gal Gadot and Steve Trevor.
Oh, how he was sort of a fish out of water in this one.
Let him go again.
She had to let him go. That was actually pretty good. I did like. I liked that scene. You know, like he had already set her up. You know, in the apartment, he was like, you know, hey, yeah, hey man. Is that what she's? Hey man, no. She, you know, he did a good job of like setting it up in the apartment. You know, saying, hey, you know, I know, you know, you're losing, you know, you're getting bloody over here, and it's all, you know, it's no good and whatever, and it's not really me anyway. I'm not really here, so. I enjoy this, and she was like, "No, screw you." You know.
In which, like, whenever they first got together, like I told you this, but it reminded me of Heavenly Kid, the movie, the old movie where he you know, he's back, but he's not really back. But that it's kind of like the same aspect where he gets to see his loved one again, but he has to go.
Yeah,
it was really cool. I love that aspect of it. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked it. Like I said, I liked the inclusion of Steve Trevor in this film. I don't want to see him again.
Even the walk where they're walking near that monument, you know, where Spider-Man Homecoming was. They're walking in that monument, and then it reminded me of that one walking scene in Heavenly Kid where they were walking together, you know, in a park or whatever, or on the sidewalk. It just it seemed like that was very inspired by it, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, so.
Don't know
that was cool, and then what happened right afterwards? You know, where she's like, you know, running down the street and, you know, gaining momentum, you know, or about to take flight or whatnot. That was really cool. I liked it. I dug it. It was, you know, very emotional on her, you know, and showed her acting chops. Really cool. So, let's see what else.
I'm just hoping that this is the end of, you know, crying about Steve Trevor. This should be a solid end. I don't want to see.
I do not want to see any more Steve Trevor. I think this was good. Don't, you know, don't bring him back. You know, there's no need to bring him back again. There's no need for that. Let's see. Okay, so this right here, what you're talking about on street, I see all the woke comments and things like that. What I'm seeing here is sort of like when Minerva wished for Gal Gadot's, you know, sort of beauty and things like that. You know, that's kind of how people see Gal. You know, she's really pretty and all that, and they were, you know, asking her, you know, hey, can I get a taxi for you or whatever it is, you know.
The first one, you know,
Barbara, yeah. What's that? Yeah, I mean, it was the same in the first. You know, when you had the little guy saying, you know, I am both frightened and aroused. You know, that's kind of the same thing. You know, they sort of like, you know, they have that, you know, that about them, you know, now, and she asked for what Gal had. So of course, all these guys. It's sort of you could see that they were sort of, it was like a trance. It was sort of magical. It wasn't just a woke thing or whatever. I'm sure that maybe there was a little bit of, you know, some of that underlying, you know, but for the most part, the way that I took it was that this was, you know, supernatural. It was, you know, magic or whatever. And
I was already harassing her before the supernatural thing.
And that guy just happened to be there again. That's the only thing I didn't like that this guy had two interactions with her. You know, I was like, that's kind of too much.
They're just trying to make the difference in character.
Sure. But I mean, he got beat up by both, you know. So Wonder Woman beat the crap or knocked him over. She beat the crap out of him. And like, you know,
and he's gonna try again in Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman 3, he'll be back and be like, hey guys. He's wearing the same trench coat. So everybody can recognize you.
The leopard type.
So, but yeah, that's what I saw in that sequence. I thought the Dreamstone should have been introduced in a better way. Yeah, Nicotine, you're a little late. We talked about that. We thought that the bracelet was actually a better way. The bracelet instead of the.
Yeah, you're telling me that this looks cheap, so something else should be valuable on this stone then, and it should be that bracelet. You know?
That's okay. So let's see. Having it found in a jewelry store that was a front for a black market for ancient artifacts in the mall. Yeah, I mean, again, this whole movie starts with that heist because the heist is what uncovered the stone in a mall.
Well, yeah, he was hired.
Hired. Yeah, it was so. I don't know. It was just the movie itself in a nutshell is just it's a fun movie that you have to turn your brain
evil in the 80s. Weren't malls evil in the 80s?
Evil? No, malls
there was some. No, there was something in the 80s that people something about malls that people didn't like or something. Because they did it in Stranger Things. They played that aspect on it.
I don't know. I like the malls. So let's see. Hey, what's up? What's up? Thank you for coming by, Raven. Let's see. Simon Stagg was a great Easter egg. Yes, he was. I thought that was awesome. Yeah, too bad we don't have Huntress or Green Arrow in the universe. Let's see.
We have Huntress, but I don't know.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
I still liked her character. I don't care what you say.
Okay. So anyway, we do not have Huntress in this. We do not have Huntress in this DCEU. So unfortunately, Felix Faust was hinted. Oh, nice. I didn't catch that Easter egg. That's good. Let's see. Gal served in. Of course she did. Everyone has to. 2 years, I believe. All of the men in the movie except Steve, that homeless guy, were portrayed as creeps and harassers. What the heck? Not that other guy. The guy that became the secretary. He wasn't bad. He was cool.
I don't think all of them were creeps. Some of them were just saying hi.
No. Now in the Captain Marvel movie, they were all creeps. Yeah, that was.
They made dudes look like shit.
Yeah. Now in this movie, not all guys were jerks. There were some that were
saying hi, checking her out. I guess that's looked down upon now. You can't say hi or flirt with somebody.
Let's see. If World War III does happen, I'm assuming that Linda Carter's cameo will lead into something more, or it was just a fun cameo. Well, she's kind of, elderly. I don't think she's going to have much to do. I think that this was just a nice nod to her for her fans from the Wonder Woman TV series, to sort of see her kind of in action again. I liked her in Sky High when she was the principal. I mean, I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome. But we're 20 years away, from where, when that came out. And so I don't think she can do a whole lot. I don't want to say she can't, but I wouldn't put too much on her to actually have a larger role in a Wonder Woman 3. That would be cool, but I don't think we'll see that. Let's see. Yeah, she did, because you had to. Let's see. Gal was Gal there then? Yeah. Let's see. Only evil Maul I know was in Star Wars. What? Hold on. The only evil Maul I know was in Star Wars. Okay. Oh, Maul. Play on words. I was like, wait a minute, man. You got me. I was like, wait, I had to read that again. I'm older than her, 4 years. Man, you're an old man. And was in the Air Force. Let's see. Smash Out, thank you so much. But don't subscribe to Nicotina Show. Actually, if you have subscribed to the Nicotina Show, you have done so in error. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Subscribe to Nicotina. He and I desperately need your vote. of confidence. Birds of Prey doesn't exist. I completely agree with you, man. They need to. That's another thing. I think it was a rushed project. They got a director that was wet behind the ears. She didn't really know much about what she was doing, let alone jump into something as big as a comic book movie. She should have done a lot more indie films and kind of gotten used to making those types of film before jumping into a big franchise. And I know Birds of Prey is not even that big of a name, but I mean, you're trying to run with the big dogs, and you gave us that. That was horrible. It was disgusting. Some people like it, and if you like it, great. It's fine if you like Birds of Prey. I don't, and I'll never purchase the movie myself. Let's see. I'd rather subscribe to the Katina show. All right. Well, it was good having you here, Jacob. But yeah, so if you want to go listen to his non-spoiler review tomorrow night, you can definitely do so.
This time
if they go ahead with World War III, Al and Patty are both available. Would you like to see Patty direct? Sure. And to be honest with you, I'm fine with anybody else directing it too. It just because Patty's directed the first two doesn't mean she has to direct the third. If she's a producer or an executive producer, that's also fine. But get a director in there that can give us a good movie, a good story. That's all I care about. It does not have to be. It does not have to be Patty Jenkins in the director's chair. That's just I don't conform to all that. Same thing with Zach. If Zach wanted to let someone else direct Man of Steel, the sequel, go right ahead. It doesn't have to be him. He can direct other things. But I would love for him to be involved. Heavily involved. It just, some people are like, if this person doesn't direct it, then I don't want it. Well, then you're not gonna have certain things. Then you're gonna miss out, and that's unfortunate. So, let's see. James says, I would like to see Cersei. Yes, I would love to see Cersei. They haven't used her. I would love to see Cersei in Wonder Woman 3.
I say Cersei. It's Circe.
Cersei.
Yeah.
I can say Cersei or Circe.
You sissy.
But I'm not gonna say Kirky. I don't know.
All right,
anyway, so after seeing them, I'd rather watch Batman '89. I think I saw this comment before. Well, I mean, if you own the movie, then you can watch the movies that you want. That's cool. You don't have to watch this again. But if you do like it, then you have it available for 31 days. So, we'll see Gal again in Death on the Nile. Is that the name of the movie? The Cleopatra movie, Death on the Nile. Where would you like to see this franchise go from here? The franchise, as far as, gosh, I'd love to see it. If they're just going away from, just being standalone movies, I'd love to see either a modern Wonder Woman, or, because we've already kind of seen that in BVS, I'd like to see a World War II. Just give me a World War II.
I don't think you'll get that.
I don't think we'll get it, but I think it'd be cool.
You got to it was the pictures that we saw with her.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know where they could go with it, because BVS takes place in the present, so it would have to be something that happens after the death of, or destruction, or incarceration of Darkseid. It would have to be after Zack Snyder's arc, which might be what they're waiting for. I don't know. That might be why they're taking on so many different projects. Wonder Woman has great villains, and I think she didn't get enough screen time, the right script. She plays the Joker of Diana, and that's sad. Well, she's, like I said, I mean, I'd like to see Circe. I think that would be a little bit more compelling. I'd like to see her, do more, battling with gods.
Bring back Cheetah.
She could change her into a beast.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Have you watched No, I have not. I have not. The Disney Gallery of Mandalorian. I have not done so. How would you feel about Man of Steel 2, directed by Ryan Johnson? And that is why you don't want to, go subscribe to Nicotina Show because he loves The Last Jedi. Let's see. I might be able to watch Nicotina tonight for once. Oh, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it. Let's see. Okay, if we get Wonder Woman 3, we should get Cersei and Cheetah again. Cheetah being brought in the modern day by Cersei. Yeah, because she'd be old. I don't know. I don't know if they would do it. I think that they would leave it as is, to be honest. Are you excited for Wonder Vision? No. I mean, I'll watch it. But I'm not excited.
It looks interesting. I'm definitely going to check it out.
The only thing that I'm really interested in watching is the Winter Soldier thing. That's the only one I really care about.
That's the one that least interests me, actually, is the Winter
Soldier. That one looks fun to me.
Loki looks fun to me.
Yeah, I know. You don't like The Last Jedi. You love it. Duh. I mean, everybody knows that by now. If you've ever seen the Nicotina Show, you know that he just can't stop talking about Ryan Johnson. I mean, it goes to show right here. He whatever you blah blah blah. Ryan Johnson, blah 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 blah. Right? He loves Ryan Johnson. So here you have it. Joss Whedon for Wonder Woman 3. Get out of here. Let's see. So many talented directors out there. I can give you at least 10 that didn't work for MCU or DCU and has a proven record. Yeah, I mean, there are so many good directors out there that could take the helm. It does not have to be like, okay, only this person can do, this thing. It's like, I mean, the same thing with The Hobbit. I like The Hobbit, but it didn't need to be directed by Peter Jackson. I think that that what we could have gotten from Guillermo could have been great, but we didn't. So, we're kind of stuck with that. But I mean, like, let's just say that, somebody passes away, is that the end of that franchise? No, somebody else can pick up the pieces and give us something good. It doesn't mean that, nobody is capable of performing, X, Y, and Z. So, I definitely think that, everybody has a chance. Yeah, I mean, same thing. I'm also excited for What If, because we'll get to see Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther for one more time. Will we? Like, animated? I think the What If is all animated, right?
It's animated.
Yeah, it's animated. So, I mean, we're not seeing Chadwick Boseman. We're seeing animated. So we're seeing a representation.
That's his embodiment of the character.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm excited for Loki. Doctor Strange 2 and Spider-Man 3, because we don't know if Toby's coming back or not. Let's see. There didn't need to be a 3 Hobbit films. One would have been fine. Yeah. I mean, one would have done it. I think pulling it out to 3 films was okay, but I don't think it was needed. I think 2 films could have done it.
2 films for sure.
I think 2 films could.
I would definitely want it full fledged. I want to see everything.
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just got done watching the 3 yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was, and I enjoyed him again. I'm right now today or yesterday. I'm watching Lord of the Rings trilogy. So I'm doing the 2 Towers today. Let's see. Do you know Cobra Kai has been brought forward beginning of January? Yes, January 1st. Cobra Kai season 3. Of course, I didn't like the way that season 2 ended when it was like the high school musical, when they were all fighting in the hallways and all that. I thought that was kind of ridiculous. But I did like season 1. I do like most of season 2, and I hope the season 3 doesn't suck. Because it's no longer on YouTube. It's Netflix now.
Netflix.
Yes, Netflix. So the sequel should have been set in Greek mythology, Greek mythological world where she fights things from other worlds, as she implies in BVS. Yes, I think that would have been great to like have her go and do these other things. But you got to remember, this is it was under a different regime when they came up with these stories. So I just don't think that they had a compelling story to tell. They had a fun story to tell, and that's what they told. Let's see. He voiced the character. so that's cool. But it's still not him.
Yeah, I would think like, things from other world would imply like Cerberus or like beastie morphs or something. Something magical.
Yeah, those are good directors. The Hobbit should have been a 4-part miniseries, like a 4-hour miniseries. Yeah, that would have been cool. Will you be watching Transformers: War for Cybertron Earthwise Netflix series on December 30th? I don't know.
Animated?
I don't know what it looks like. I do. I'm interested in that Prime thing. What was that? Transformers Prime Wars, or I can't remember what it was. But I did want to watch that. I do. If you because you like Star Wars, because you like Transformers. If you go to my Patreon page, you can see I redrew Optimus Prime. It's in black and white as well as I colored it, and that's on there. So yeah, leave me likes, comments, whatever. Let me know what you thought. I think I put it on Twitter as well. But yeah, I just recently redrew a still from the 1986 movie of Optimus Prime when he's in the air with his gun blasting Decepticons. Pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see. When the Batman Robert Pattinson comes out, what could the Joker look like in that universe? Probably green hair, white skin, big smile. Maybe a purple suit. Maybe.
I feel like it'd be like
I don't know. I mean, and hopefully it's not Johnny Depp.
I don't know if they'll do the Joker route, man.
I don't think they're gonna have the Joker.
They're all Jokered out.
Yeah, I think people are Jokered out. I mean, they just had a Joker movie, so. But yeah, so let's see. Is there anything that I missed? Let's see.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah, so when he renounced his wish, and he had the lasso around his leg, because she kept trying to lasso him, but not really.
I didn't like her monologue.
Yeah, it was too long.
I was like, man, how is he hearing all this? And then I realized she was talking to the people, but it's because I mean, remember there's turbulence or like the wind's going crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Shazam yelling at
wish you had nuclear weapons. No, you don't. Renounce. Renounce it. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. That is our that's our thoughts on Wonder Woman 84. And as stated before in this review, if there is a watch party with Gal and Patty, it's probably pre-recorded, but that would be interesting. I would actually like to see that. Now, I might tune into that. So
yeah, I'd like to hear what she has to say.
So do you have any final thoughts on this movie? Now, if you were to purchase this movie on Blu-ray, 4K, whatever, would you do so? Would you add this to your collection?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Would you add Birds of Prey to your collection?
Never. Movie's forgettable.
It is very forgettable. Is there any other movie in the DCEU other than Justice League and Birds of Prey that you would not have in your collection?
Not that I could think of, no.
Okay. So there you go. And I agree the same.
Oh, you got one away.
Huh?
You got one you don't want?
No, those were the two that I would not have in my collection. I just wanted to see, yeah, I just wanted to see if you had the same.
I'm sure that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely Jokered out too. Final episode of season 2. Oh, you're talking about the Cobra Kai. Or wait, no, Amanda season 2. Let's see. Have you done a spoiler review for? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Check it out.
Yeah, that is on the channel. We did do that, and we had fun with that one. And then also you did a little clip of Luke Skywalker
on Twitter
with the music from Return of the Jedi.
Yes, Return of the Jedi music.
Yeah, so and that was cool. He re-edited that and put that up, and that was fun. I want to see villains like Man Bat, Clayface, Firefly, Professor Pig, anybody that isn't just the Joker again.
Yeah, man, I want to see more. I want to see more fucking rogues. I'd love to see
the rogue gallery. It's nice to see other characters being looked at and Batman's interaction with those characters. Let's see. Oh, hey, man, dude. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it so much. If you haven't subscribed to the Truth 31, he just passed 400. Go ahead and give him a view as well. Let's see. So Snyder has to stay in the DC. We shall see. We shall see. I mean, hopefully his 4-hour epic is palatable, and for the general audience. From what I've seen, I like it so far. And yeah, we're gonna do reviews on each of those episodes if they come out that way, or if it just comes out as one 4-hour movie. But anyway, let's see. We need an official release and the specialized editions of the Star Wars trilogy. Yes. So Enosh, he's got the despecialized editions on Blu-ray, and I'm so jealous. I wish I had myself a copy. Let's see, it's up to yeah, and Warner Brothers. Yeah. Well, you're putting a lot on his shoulders, guys. So you're putting a lot on his
head's getting.
But yeah, so that's our review of Wonder Woman 84. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining in. I again want to thank everybody who has been here in the chat, who has been talking with us the whole time, and also I want to thank my Patreons. And everybody that has purchased a shirt from the my Teespring or my TeePublic store. So yeah, we have a lot of different designs that are available for that. And if you haven't gotten your I Stand With Ray Fisher jersey, I am ending that campaign at the end of this month. So you have about 5 more days to order one to be included in the little montage that I'm going to send over to Ray Fisher. So. That's it. And oh man, thanks a lot. Thanks. And again, thanks to everybody for being here. It's such a pleasure. And we'll see you in the next video. What'd you say?
Zeeverfett signing off. Go.
Okay. Later.